All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here live from Irwindale Speedway, King of the Wing Sprint Cars Heat Races. As the drivers are getting pushed onto the racetrack.
This will be Heat Race 1.
Let me give you some timing and scoring here. I know you got our sheet of drivers' names and numbers.
Yes, we have on the front row, number 91, Brian Wharf, with number 40, Cody Gearhart alongside. And row 2 will be 22A of Bobby Santos and number 65, TJ Thorne from Salt Lake City, Utah. In third row is number 94, Gordon Rogers, and the 7R of AJ Russell. And in the final row is number 24, Jimmy Waters, and number 27, Anthony Quintana.
Alrighty, so the first heat for the King of the Wing Sprint Cars here at Irwindale Speedway. Live here on www.lowbudget.tv. You see Brian Wharf's number 91 machine getting ready to lead the field. Quintana is pulling onto this racetrack right now in his number 27 machine. So I believe that is now all the starters.
That is correct, all 8 of them.
King of the Wing Sprints here. I'm Tommy Mason alongside Charlie. How do you pronounce the last name?
It's Young Tai.
There we go.
You can just say Cheap Charlie. It's
Cheap
fine.
Charlie.
Yeah.
I think I know why you figured that. Not only is that how it works out, but also
a lot easier.
A lot easier to say.
A lot easier.
So King of the Wing Sprints, we've seen qualifying here on Facebook. We're doing a little live Facebook look-in, not a long one.
Well, it turned out to be a lot longer than we thought.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. But we're actually doing it right now live for the first heat race. And then that's it. It'll be exclusively live on www.lowbudget.tv. So everybody getting a free tease right now for heat race number 1. But so in qualifying, we saw these drivers, the top 5 or so, lay down some heavy lap times, very quick lap times, and they never lifted.
No. And, it's going to be interesting. Most of the guys I saw in qualifying were taking a low line. But now that we're in a race situation, we may see some drivers venture out in the middle and top grooves. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
A lot of room that these drivers have out here at Irwindale Speedway. Progressively banked track, meaning the inside groove. Well, I guess you can say the bottom side right above the grass is flat. Then right before the white line, it is about 6 degrees, 9 degrees in the center where that white stripe is. And then up high, it's a 12-degree banked track. You do not want to use that 90-degree, though.
Yeah, that's correct. But that's what makes this place special. That's what makes this place very racy and a very, very fun track for drivers of all types.
All right, here we go. King of the Wing Heat Race number 1 here live on lowbudget.tv. We go green.
Clean start for the field. Number 91, Brian Wharf, takes the point. Oh, somebody wide. That might be Thorne. So TJ Thorne went a little bit wide, but gathers it back up, continues in the 4th spot as Brian Wharf continues to lead. Little bobble for 2nd place Cody Gearhart, and that might open the door for Bobby Santos to make a run. So we got a battle for 2nd place right now, as well as a battle for 5th place.
Trouble for the number 7 machine. He pulled it off the track.
So the 24-94 going at it for 5th place right now.
You can see the runs that these drivers get right now, but Brian Wharf and the number 91 machine, he's got this.
Yeah, we got a great battle for 2nd right now between Gearhart and Santos. Santos looks to be working that middle lane, and he gets a good run on the back straight, so we're going to see if he can get a good enough to run to pull alongside, but it looks like Gearhart moves up just a little bit too, so Gearhart had been running the bottom, but Santos with another run, and he dive bombs him going into 3 and takes the position. So Santos now up to 2nd place in the 22A, and he tries to see if he could make a run to get the lead, but with the white flag out, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Brian Wharf is going to take this heat race win, so that was a very, very quick 6-lap race. Santos will come home in 2nd, Gearhart in 3rd.
Battles all through this one, but yeah, that was a quick move by Santos over in turn number 2. I mean, he got that 22 car rolling.
I think he knew the time was running out, and if he had a chance, he was going to have to go for it because, you know, these heat races go by quick. They're going 15 seconds a lap, 6-lap heat race. I mean, that's a minute and a half.
Yeah.
So
trouble for this number 7 machine. He did not finish. He pulled off early, probably about lap number 3.
That's a 7R of AJ Russell.
And then I see a bunch of tire marks here on the back straightaway. Is that the 65? Yeah, we saw him go high earlier in the heat races and then missed him scraping this wall, but he left his mark over in turn number 2.
Woo.
And surprisingly, he continued on. So these sprint cars, not the strongest racing machines when you get him into the wall, but he scraped it just enough to tickle that wall. Well, what do you think? Should we see if the fans want to see one more live-looking heat race? Let's see. If you're on Facebook taking a sneak peek on us, let us know if you want to see, because, I mean, we can cut it off and be exclusively live for the paid viewers on Low Budget TV. So, folks, if you're on Facebook, here's your chance. We might give you one more heat race to sneak in here. So, heat race number 1, that was done in a flash. That race literally took 3 minutes to run.
That may have not even, I mean.
Yeah, not even.
Probably a minute and a half, yeah. So
3 minutes from the time they rolled on track to.
It was probably more time doing the pace laps before the race than the actual heat race itself. But that's what you get when you get the king in the wing. I mean, these are the fastest cars that run at Irwindale Speedway. So
incredible speeds out here. So I wonder what the fans are saying. Let's see what they're saying right now. We asked you. I know you're on Facebook, and we shouldn't be doing this, folks. But last chance. And, of course, if you want to see the rest of the night's action with a King of the Wing 40-lap, 29-car pavement sprint car race, well, www.lowbudget.tv. I'm seeing Nancy saying keep live. Scooter saying yes, please. Jimmy saying keep it live. Vicky saying live, baby. Preston saying keep it live. Keep it rolling. Larry says yeah, please. One more. Well, I think the fans have spoken.
Ask and you shall receive.
All right, so one more. This is it, folks. We have overstayed our Facebook Live welcome now, especially with the 2-hour qualifying coverage that should have taken 15 minutes. There we go. I like that. That's cut them off and make them pay. Well, we are going to be doing that after this one. So we're still rolling on track for our heat race number 2.
Let's go through our lineup for heat 2. It's 25J, Johnny Geisler, starting in the first position from Meridian, Idaho. Number 2, in the second spot is the 12N of Cameron Neisinger from Everett, Washington. Third spot is the 8H of Davey Hamilton Jr., defending champion from Jamestown, Indiana. In the fourth position is the 3T of Tom Baker from Sacramento, California. In the fifth spot is the 45 of Justin Kawahata from Clovis, California. In the sixth spot is the 43B of Kyle Bergener from Taylorsville, Utah. And then the seventh position is the number 5 of Ken Hamilton from Boise, Idaho.
Ken Hamilton pushing Davey Hamilton Jr. out of his car and into the 8 machine. I talked to him in autograph session, and Davey Hamilton said, yeah, Grandpa stole my ride. So he had to go find one, and he luckily found Hutchinson's number 8 machine.
Well, I don't think Davey will have too much of a problem adjusting to his new car for this weekend.
Second fastest qualifier here earlier on.
Yeah.
So not too shabby for the number 8 driver. He's a defending champion, like you said.
Probably won't matter what car you put him in. He's going to be fast. So as the field now lines up 2 by 2. Looks like we'll have one more lap until we go green. The lights should be off now, and they are.
Alrighty, so one last live looking on Facebook for heat races. If you want to see the rest of the night action, www.lowbudget.tv. We got high definition, standard definition, and always in between, high quality for your viewing pleasure and for whatever your internet can handle as we get ready. Lights out, pace car on the infield. We get ready to light them up. Heat number 2, King of the Wing Sprints.
Green flag's out. Geisler jumps out to lead early, got a quick battle for second, but then there's Neisinger fighting back on the high side, so with Hamilton, that's going to be a great battle for second place. Hamilton on the apron, trying to make that bottom lane work, but has to slot back into third. So Neisinger again on the high side, and he has a run. I think he's going to get the lead side by side with Johnny Geisler.
Good battle.
Oh! Geisler now on the apron, trying to get that car to turn. Side by side still as they go into turn 1. Now Hamilton works the bottom. So unbelievable 3-car race for the lead in this heat race.
They are duking it out right now.
Back to the apron is Hamilton as we get to the halfway point. And there's Neisinger taking the lead momentarily before he gets the door closed on him. So that's going to open the door for Hamilton to get second as they go side by side on the backstretch. Going into 3. Hamilton clears him and moves up, so now Hamilton's in the second spot. Geisler is going to try to return the favor, but he will have to slot back into third, and we'll have to see if Hamilton can close the gap on Geisler.
Hamilton using that white stripe down low, using the apron, the flat part of the racetrack.
The white flag is out. These heat races fly by quick, so one more lap. He's making a run, but it looks like Geisler's going to hold on as he goes to the backstretch and go to turn 3. One more shot for Hamilton. And he gets it. He gets the lead. He steals his heat race win. Wow, what a race.
Big time race. And we got more battles over here. Still duking it out back here out of turn number 4.
That was the epitome of taking that win away. I mean,
yeah. Like a pirate, just stole it from Geislinger.
I hope the Facebook Live crowd enjoyed that that last look because it was a quick one.
Oh, man. Well, that's it. We're going to have to cut you off. We've got 2 more heat races left to go in tonight's King of the Wing heat race program. And then we got the 40-lap feature plus figure 8 racing. So, folks, if you want to see it all live, www.lowbudget.tv is a place to be. I'm going to have Chris back at home base. Hit the cut as we continue on with our heat races. Heat number 3 of 4, rolling on to the racetrack next. All right, getting ready for heat race number 3 out here at the King of the Wing Sprints.
Looks like we got the front row is both British Columbia drivers. It's number 14, Aaron Wilson from Surrey, British Columbia, and the number 88 of Jason Kahn from Prince George, British Columbia.
Oh, we got the 12 pulling off, though.
Oh, that's not good.
No, that's not good. That's a long haul to be going into the pits. But you were saying we got the 14 and
14, 88 in the front row. In the second row is the 15 of Eric Humphreys. He set the fast time, actually, of the day, and from Chowchilla. And the 8T of Tristan Spears from Adrian, Oregon. Third row is number 4, Aiden Spears, also from Adrian, Oregon, as well as the number 2 of Austin Carter from Clovis, California. And rounding out the field is number 68, Michael Anderson from Nampa, Idaho.
all right, lights out. So we get ready for heat number 3 for the King of the Wing Sprints. 29 of these cars are going to take the green into turn number 1. And they, as we saw in the heat races, they fan out. And with 29 of them, there's going to be little room for error.
We'll see if your fast qualifier can make his way from the 3rd spot back to the lead. So he might be the guy to watch or keep an eye on. As they drop the green. Aaron Wilson grabs the lead off the start. Jason Kahn tucked in second. Number 8 has moved into 3rd. So if Humphreys wants to win this heat race, he's going to have to pass 4 cars. What
I find interesting in these heat races, Charlie, is you see these drivers getting used to their car, and then they wind them up for that big finish.
Yeah, this heat race is a lot different from the second one. A little more spread out. Leaders kind of run away with it. We're about to hit the halfway point. Actually, Humphreys looks like he's struggling. And not only is he not making any inroads on Spears, he looks like he's coming under fire slightly from the 5th place position as well. So looks like everybody's kind of holding station. Now he's starting to make us run way back to the 3rd spot as we have a battle for 3rd. And we have one driver off. I believe that's the 68 of Michael Anderson. So Aaron Wilson continues to lead as we get to 2 laps to go. And Spears has found his way back to the 3rd, or Humphreys rather has made his way back to 3rd, but I think the first 2 guys are going to be too far to catch as they take the white flag. Wilson's still way out front. Looks like he's got this heat race in hand. Looks like everybody's kind of holding station and just kind of cruising as they stay where they are in this heat race before the main event. As Aaron Wilson takes the heat race win, followed by Jason Kong and Eric Humphreys. So somewhat processional heat race, but nevertheless, this is, you know, just the heat. It's not really the one that matters. So.
Yep. Like you said, the 68 off the track. He's actually ready to go for front-wheel drive figure 8 racing here tonight. But what a run by the 14 machine.
Yeah, wire-to-wire win for Aaron Wilson. So if he can keep up that pace for the main event, he will be hard to beat.
Part of that SoCal special here, you drive off into the palm trees, into the pit area. Pretty busy one at that. We got a lot of racing machines here, a lot of sprint cars, 29 of them actually scattered out throughout that pit area, plus some of the figure 8s, and I think there's planned to be a super stock or street stock race, but I think with only 2 they might just either say, here's your money and go home. I don't know. That will be TBD.
Or they just combined it.
Yeah, just run them in the figure 8s.
Yeah.
So we continue our racing with one last heat race here tonight. We got the King of the Wing Sprint Heat number 4 rolling onto the racetrack. And so far, so clean.
Yeah,
Nobody really, I mean, only one car, 65 tagging the wall just a little bit, but no carnage, thankfully, as we are 3 in of 4 of the heat races, and hopefully
it stays that way. A lot of these guys are going to be going up to Kern County tonight to race tomorrow. So you don't really want to tear your stuff up today. Well, you don't want to tear your stuff up at all, but definitely when you're doing a back-to-back in 2 different places, you might be more conservative on day 1.
Yeah.
So it looks like every car now in this heat race, it has been started, push-started, and is on the track. And we'll go through your starting lineup. In row 1, 2 3s. We got the 3B of Robert Beck from Kirkland, Washington, and the 3F of Jeff Ensign from Sebastopol, California. The second row is the 7D of Randy DuBois from Redmond, Washington, and the 36 of Ryan Burdett from Salt Lake City, Utah. The third row is the 77 of Audra Cicelli and the 12B of Jeff Bergener from Taylorsville, Utah. And in the fourth row is 12M of Aaron Peak from Boise, Idaho.
I think we got a tow truck wanting to get in on the action. But yeah, no, we got all the cars lined up and ready. Looks like we...
he probably just wants to get in position just in case.
I think you should run it. Run that in the sprint cars. Why not? What's good is he's got a 4-seater, technically a 5 or 6-seater, so all those transponders might help him. 1 per passenger.
Oh, somebody's popping really loud.
Someone's popping like an exhaust leak or something. How's Corey doing over there? You okay? He's got 2 thumbs up, better than 3.
As we continue to do pace laps.
Is this your first time announcing?
It's my first time doing anything live.
Nice.
Well, this is like my second time total, so.
Well, not too shabby, I don't think.
I yell at the TV a lot.
Oh, that's plenty of practice. So do you have any plans of going up to Kern tomorrow?
I didn't. Well, I don't know. I'd have to cancel out on a date. So,
yeah.
I don't usually have dates, so I don't know if I'm going to cancel out on that.
No, exactly. Get it while you can. It's I tried to go up to Kern. I actually had another commitment planned, and I was willing to bail on that commitment, but it ended up not working. Yeah, they said no, and I said, well, okay, then I'm back to where I already was planned to be.
Yeah.
So we're getting the white flag. I guess that means one to go for to green. I just noticed that. The flag man, I don't know if any of you saw that, but as we were panning by, it was waving the white flag, and then the lights went out.
So we are ready to go.
Yep.
Pace truck, or pace box, pace cube is off.
Pace XB. Pace sign. This car is crashed up. We got 2 3s on the front row.
2 3s and 2 12s in this race, so.
And we're green.
So it looks like Beck and Ensign side by side. Ensign's hanging tough on the outside. Looks like he might get the run on the straightaway. I thought he would, but Beck's still alongside and claims the position. So Robert Beck leads lap 1. And everybody else single file. So it looks like it might be a battle between Beck and Ensign for this heat race. When now Ensign goes to the bottom on the apron.
And I believe I was corrected on Facebook. I was kind of scrolling through, and I think you pronounce Ensign as Ensign, but I will need a second opinion on that.
I don't remember what I said, so if I have been wrong, I apologize.
I read Ensign, S-I-N.
Okay.
But there is a G, and that always tripped me up too.
Hopefully something can confirm as Robert Beck takes the halfway flag. 3 laps to go in this heat race, heat number 4, and the leaders are going to be coming up on some lap traffic. So looks like the number 12M on Aaron McPeak, but he stays in the bottom. He holds his line, lets the leaders get around him like he should, as we are actually on the white flag lap. So this is the final lap of Heat 4 of this King of the Wing series, and Robert Beck will take the Heat 4 victory, followed by Jeff Ensign and Randy DuBois.
And one car gonna creep along.
Actually, I'm sorry. Looks like the 77 took the 3rd spot, so it's Audra Cicelli. So Cicelli making some moves, getting to the 3rd spot. So good run for her.
This car broke down right at the white flag lap and creeps it over to turn number 4. That's probably how Audra got that.
Yeah, it's number 36 of Ryan Burdett from Salt Lake City. So tough break for Burdett, but he will have some time to get his car fixed before the main event.
40 laps for the Royal Purple King of the Wing. Here at Irwindale, the 12 car is parked. Let's introduce you to the 28 men and women who will take the green flag here in just a few moments. Coming at the back of the pack here, driving the 12M from Boise, Idaho. Please welcome Aaron McPeak. In the 68 car, coming to us from Napa, Idaho, please welcome Mike Anderson. They're already throwing me off here. Now we got to figure out who's driving this car. See what happens, Bruce. See, we swapped the 12 cars. Aaron McPeak's in the 12M here. Ron Larson's in the 12 at the back. This is what happens when you throw. We got an extra car out here for you. Say hello to Ron Larson at the back.
Hey,
right,
Jason.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to interrupt you, but Ron Larson is the hardest working driver out there right now. They just got done and buttoned up a brand new motor in that car here in the last couple hours.
That explains it. I like
Out
it.
of
That's why he's
Quesnel,
not on my
British
list.
Columbia. That's your past winner here with the Royal Purple King of the Wing Series. Ron, congratulations on getting that motor changed.
You say he came from British Columbia, like
yes,
Canada?
Yes, he did. 30 hours of drive time.
Look at that. Well, congratulations, Ron. Good to have you in the field with us. All right, we're back on track now. At the 7 car to my left here, coming to us from Clovis, California. Please welcome A.J. Russell. In the 27 car, coming to us from Utah, please welcome Anthony Quintana. In the 5 car from Boise, Idaho, please welcome Ken Hamilton. In the 24 car, also coming to us from Utah, please welcome Jimmy Waters. In the 12B car, coming to us from Taylorville, Utah, please welcome Jeff Bergner. In the 2 car from Clovis, California, this is Austin Carter. In the 43B from Taylorville, Utah, please welcome Kyle Bergner. In the 77 car from Selma, California, please welcome Audra Cicelli. In the 4 car from Adrian, Oregon, this is Aiden Spires. In the 45 car from Clovis, California, Justin Kawahata. In the 94 car, this is Gordon Rogers. And in the 8T from Adrian, Oregon, Tristan Spires. In the 3T car from Sacramento, California, please welcome Tom Baker. And in the 65 car, coming to us from Harriman, Utah, TJ Thorne. In the 7D car, coming to us all the way from Washington, please welcome Randy Dubois. And in the 91 car from Meridian, Idaho, Brian Wharf. Here's your top 10. He was the fast time qualifier tonight. He ran a time of 14.09 seconds in qualifying. From Chowchilla, California, the 15, Eric Humphreys. Starting inside of row 5 from Indianapolis, Indiana, he was second quick tonight. In the 8H car, Davey Hamilton Jr. Row 4 on the outside out of Franklin, Massachusetts. No stranger to Irwindale Speedway. Please welcome the 22, Bobby Santos. And from San Francisco in the 3F car, this is Jeff Ensign. Row 3 from Prince George, British Columbia, our friends from Canada in the 88 car, this is Jason Kahn. And from Everett, Washington, driving the 12N car, Cameron Niesinger. Row 2 on the outside out of Madera, California in the 40 car, Cody Gerhart. And from Monroe, Washington in the 3B, Robert Beck. Front row from Langley, British Columbia, Canada, the 14 car. This is Aaron Wilson. And starting on the pole tonight for 40 laps in the Royal Purple King of the Wing, the 25J from Meridian, Idaho, Johnny Geisler. There it is, Irwindale Speedway, your 29 drivers for tonight's Royal Purple King of the Wing.
All righty, so you hear the starting lineup from on-track announcer Jason Galvin, Bruce Flanders announcing the figure 8 and the street stock, in quotes, race. I like that Corey did a good job having fun with that because we had some mixed cars in that one. But now we get to our main event, Charlie. We get ready for 40 laps of wing sprint action here, King of the Wings on the half mile.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be a really interesting race. We got some fast guys starting in the back half of the top 10. And the other thing that we're going to have to deal with in this race that we didn't have to in the heat race is lap traffic. There's going to be a lot of lappers in this race, and that's going to affect a lot of people who like to run certain lines. If a lapper is in their way, they're going to have to venture out and get out of their comfort zone to make passes. So that's going to throw a wrench into this race for the people who are going for the win.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of action here on this half mile. Plenty of room to work with. Now, I say that, but take it with a grain of salt because there's a lot of drivers who know and will use up as much room as they need to keep you behind them.
Yeah, and as you saw in the heat races, you know, we have our regular lanes, but people aren't afraid to use the apron either. So we might even see some four-wide action here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, it's been done before. It's not surprising at the least. So we get ready to go. 40 laps of sprint car action. And it's going to be, like you and I both said, it's going to be an exciting one.
Yeah, King of the Wing always puts on a good show here. That's why it's a crowd favorite here.
Yes, a lot of people were happy to see this event put on the schedule later in the year, but in good enough timing, you know, they had plenty of time to get their tickets, get out here, and as you can tell, huge support by all these racers. We got 30 cars on the racetrack getting ready to go. $29, I apologize. I miscounted by one. But yeah.
Just about 30. So,
just about 30. And a cop car. We got a cop car on the track. Hopefully that won't be used later on post-race. But we got all types of push trucks. Plenty of sprint car racing out, or open wheel racing out on the West Coast. And there was a shortage of there was a shortage of push vehicles, but we still have one. We got one push car. This thing is used in Night of Destruction events here at Irwindale and the trailer races, and this is a jam car.
Yeah, actually, I saw you guys last Night of Destruction driving it during the trailer race.
That was fun. It was a nice ride. It's interesting driving a cop car legally. So we are waiting for them to start pushing.
So we already got looks like the 14 of Aaron Wilson getting pushed off. So both trucks and UTVs will be utilized to get all these cars started.
Mm-hmm. Try to get them going. It's right now starting to cool down, 8:36 p.m. Pacific time, wherever you're watching from. Thank you all for your support, and happy to have you with us here on lowbudget.tv.
Here are the UTVs pushing them off.
That's right.
So we should be everybody should be up and running not too long from now. So
and I know that we did get a confirmation. It is in sin.
Yes.
So I'm having fun with our Facebook people. Hey, we asked them. We said if we're butchering names, let us know. In sin. I don't know where that G came from, but they gotta remove it. They gotta stop it. Take that G out. But yeah, great looking field of King of the Wing sprints here. Got them from all over the Northwest,
Midwest,
Southwest. Yeah. We got drivers from California coming out here. I mean, it's a fun. The sprint cars, California, we don't get to see a lot of pavement sprints.
No.
And the only times we really got to see them were here at Irwindale.
Here, Irwindale,
Madera,
and Kern and Madera.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it. I know they run here and there at your other local short tracks on the West Coast, but you know the King of the Wing series is a very, very underrated series. I mean, I think a lot of people just aren't used to seeing these cars not on dirt, but they put on a fantastic show. And I believe even most tracks you go to, if these cars have run there, they're probably the track record holder between them and maybe a super modified. Mm-hmm. But I believe a 410 wing sprint holds the record at Bristol as well. So yeah,
these cars can get moving, and when you put these big wings on them, we were live during qualifying on Facebook. You heard these drivers not lift off the throttle.
No.
Pinned down, bolted down to the chassis. They were going through it.
Usually you put a lot of downforce with a lot of horsepower together, and it's going to be good times.
And now, interesting enough, out here for like turkey nights and whatnot, when they were doing wingless sprints here
yeah.
for USAC.
USAC was here, yeah.
You would hear them literally have to feather the throttle halfway through the straightaway. They could just about hit full throttle, but it'd still buzz the tires. And with the wings on them, totally different animal. And this series, of course, goes all over the Midwest, and happy to have them here out west. They were brought out here a few years ago now.
Yeah, and
Davey
basically
Hamilton
stayed here since.
Yeah,
so.
Davey Hamilton did a great job of getting a hold of the track and making something work out. And like you said, we've been very lucky to have the King of the Wing out here almost about once a year.
Normally, before that, we were just relegated to watching them on TV whenever we could, and that was as close as they got. So personally, this is my first time seeing them here, so I'm pretty stoked on that.
Oh, awesome.
So.
Well, we're getting, looks like we've got them all lined up on the back straighter to start getting pushed. Though we're going to do something fun. They're going to push off your leaders, let them pace around the track, get warmed up. And then as soon as they are done pushing these, they've got them staged on the back straightaway to help, use up most of the track to push.
Yeah.
They don't have to go of one full lap around.
Very good idea. Clearly, they've done this before, so they know the drill. So.
What helps too that we have a track that's completely wide open through the infield, unlike like dirt tracks and whatever else, where they have to pull off the track, catch them in the pit area, and come back around.
Yes.
This they could literally just cut corners, and get over there. All right, well, I feel like it's getting to be pushing time.
So we got a couple UTVs and ATVs that are exiting the track.
Did they not push them out in the order that they're starting, or?
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, one fun thing we like to do here on Low Budget TV is incorporate you into our broadcast. So we just posted on our Facebook page, our Low Budget TV on Facebook. You can tell I've been used to saying the website. Low Budget TV on Facebook. We have asked you viewers a question, a coverage question we call it. Who are you rooting to win tonight's King of the Wing main event here at Irwindale Speedway? Go ahead and answer away. I know you're on the internet. Go ahead and answer away. As soon as they come in, we're going to read them off live on air. This is our way of trying to get you into our broadcast here. I'm seeing some corrections here. Alicia's saying Tristan and Aiden Spires is what we've been calling them all night. It's pronounced Spires. So I think that... There we go. Okay. So Spires, remember, Tristan and Aiden Spires, S-P-I-E-R-S, is technically like an S-P-Y-E-R-S. So Spires. And then Giesler. I think that's how you pronounce
Johnny Giesler.
Johnny Giesler. So Alicia, let us know if we said that correctly. And then Ivan and Jane said, for your information, Jeff Ensign is from Sebastopol, not San Francisco. So I'm sorry. I guess our sheet is wrong.
Actually, it does say Sebastopol.
Oh, on ours? Okay,
Yeah.
so the announcer, the on-track announcer, done messed up.
As we get our first couple cars pushed off. So we'll go through the process of getting everybody pushed off one by one.
That's what we asked you the coverage question. Who are you rooting for to win tonight's main event? Zach saying he wishes he wasn't broke so he could watch. That's a DNF right there.
Yeah.
That's a DNS. Bob is saying Santos. Doug is saying Nissinger. Ron letting us know how to pronounce Ensign. Ryan Wharf in the 91, of course, is Yvonne Stoneburner. Got another Nissinger by Russell Bennett. So keep those answers coming. We're reading them off live on the air. I love the new viewers here on Low Budget TV. We've got to thank you, and if you're a returning viewer, well, thanks for coming back. Ivan and Jane saying Jeff is going to win, hopefully. So we got them coming. Let's see, we got time for a few more as they're continuing to push. Looks like we got about 7 cars more. Yes, about 7 cars left to push here in this one. Got Riley just cheering on all the Idaho drivers.
There's
Spires,
quite a number of them too. So.
yeah, Spires, Giesler, or Wharf. Boom coming in. 18, Jason Kahn. That came from Shelma Kahn. How about that? Darren Yurto saying Johnny Giesler. Another Giesler by Angela Dixon. Griffith Dixon. Jason is just saying he wants my mom to win. That's cool. He's always a big fan of my mom. Always has been.
And that police car is pushing hard to get that car.
Oh yeah, we got him smoking it out, huh? Yeah. We'll keep him coming. The human highlight reel, Jeff Ensign. And that says David Anderson. Any Central Valley car says Ken Gonzalez. Janisa saying Johnny Giesler. Wow, we got a lot of Johnny Giesler.
Yeah, a lot of fans of Giesler. So
says Peterson. Hardy saying Brian Wharf and Tristan Spires.
They might be happy. He's starting first. So
yeah. All right, well, here we go. Cars are pushed off. We're gonna light the last one, and it's been lit. So all 29 cars are here to race at Irwindale Speedway. Now we'll go over the lineup one more time for the ones that just came back from getting their beer run done or their midnight munchies, wherever you're watching from, or whatever the case may be, as we get ready to rock and roll, lock and load.
So our rundown is row 1, the seemingly fan favorite Johnny Giesler from Meridian, Idaho. Alongside him is number 14 of Aaron Wilson from Surrey, British Columbia. Row 2 is the 3B of Robert Beck from Kirkland, Washington, and the 40 of Cody Gearhart. The third row, the 12N of Cameron Neisinger from Everett, Washington, and the 88 of Jason Kahn from Prince George, British Columbia. Row 4 is Jeff Ensign from Sebastopol,
I don't
California?
know. Somewhere over there.
And the 22A of Bobby Santos from Franklin, Massachusetts?
Yeah, that's a long walk.
Yeah, long drive. Row 5 is Davey Hamilton Jr. in the 8H from Jamestown, Indiana, and the 15 of Eric Humphreys from Chowchilla. 6th row is Brian Wharf from Meridian, Idaho, and the 7D of Randy Dubois from Redmond, Washington. Row 7 is 65 of TJ Thornton from Salt Lake City, Utah, and the 3T of Tom Baker. The 8th row is the 8T of Tristan Spears from Adrian, Oregon, and the 94 of Gordon Rogers from Winton, California.
You're going to piss off a lot of people. It Spires.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
We're going to have to add $1 to the cookie jar now.
Yeah. Alongside him is the 94 of Gordon Rogers from Winton, California. Row 9 is the 45 of Justin Kawahata from Clovis, California, and the 4 of Aiden Spires from Adrian, Oregon. Row 10 is Audra Cicelli. Alongside her is the 43B of Kyle Bergender from Taylorsville, Utah. In the 11th row is the number 2 of Austin Carter from Clovis, California, and the 12B of Jeff Bergender from Taylorsville, Utah. Row 12 is the 24 Jimmy Waters from Salt Lake City, Utah. Alongside him is the 5 of Ken Hamilton from Boise, Idaho. Row 13 is 27 of Anthony Quintana from Salt Lake City, Utah, and the 36 of Ryan Burdett, also from Salt Lake City, Utah. Row 14 is the 7R of AJ Russell and the 68 of Michael Anderson from Nampa, Idaho. And riding shotgun on the field is the 12M of Aaron McPeak from Boise, Idaho.
All right, well, that's your lineup. That's your field as we get them warmed up, lined up. I mean, this track looks busy already, and we're doing pace laps, so I can't imagine what's going to happen when we drop the rag.
29 of these cars.
29 of these high horsepowered machines. Now they're double file on the back straightaway. Tells me we're going to go green here very soon. I was talking to Jason Galvin, the guy who did the rundown on the front straightaway show style, and I asked him if he's crazy enough to get behind the wheel of one of these things, and he said he'll do it on a Thursday night practice session, but he's not too sure about in race conditions. I knew what my answer was, and I said no, there's no way I have the balls to get behind the wheels of one of these things. So I'll ask you, if ever given the chance.
I would like to. I've driven at Paris in a non-wing sprint by myself. I can't imagine with other people.
Yeah.
But I'd love to try it at some point. As we see the 4-wide salute to the fans, always a fan favorite of any sprint car race. It's just tradition. Salute to the fans, and that's always a spectacle to see. So awesome, awesome sight to see.
Very beautiful picture.
You know, it's interesting to note, you know, we follow lots of forms of racing, and we always hear, especially recently, fields that are shrinking, but, you know, we got 29 of these cars out today in the West Coast, and that's a pretty stout field.
Oh, big time. And again, folks, if you are watching near Bakersfield, California, tomorrow night they'll be coming to your hometown. Unfortunately, we will not be, but tomorrow night they will be. The King of the Wing Sprints racing tomorrow night.
Yeah, if you are in town or near, I mean, I really highly recommend you go check it out. Kern County Raceway is a fantastic facility as well. Fast track, just like Irwindale, D-shaped oval, and they're going to put on a good show here today, and I'm sure they're going to put on another good show tomorrow. So if you are in town, you should probably check it out.
Yeah, this track, a lot of room to move. That track, that's almost going to be set as a one groove racetrack. The second groove is coming in, and the fun thing about that is you've got to be a true daredevil at Kern with those high speeds. Those things run faster there than they do here.
Yeah.
But it also takes a lot of guts to get around that big half mile in Kern. Beautiful racetrack, new.
Top-notch facility.
Top-notch, like you said. But we're going to, this is it. This is the last King of the Wing sprint car race ever at Irwindale Speedway, unless something miracle happens.
Yeah. It's happened before, but this time really seems like the real one. So,
yeah.
You know, this might be it. So if you're watching online right now, this is kind of probably history in the making. Might be the last time that you see these cars here, and these are the fastest cars that have ever run on this speedway.
And you know the drivers know it too. This is their last chance at a trophy from Irwindale.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of these drivers, they love running here because it's so wide and it's a fun track. So that's always what's made Irwindale a special track. You know, before they made other tracks for aggressive banking like Bristol, which you could say that maybe they arguably ruined. This is one of the original progressive bank tracks that you've seen made. So it's going to be a shame, but we're going to go out in style.
Yeah, big time. I mean, kind of cool coming full circle. This track was built by open wheel enthusiasts. It was the very first event here was held as a USAC
Yeah,
race.
sprint car race.
Sprint
non-wing
car,
sprint
yeah,
car.
non-wing sprint car, and we're going to cap off the very last race here with a sprint car feature. The King of the Wings. Lights out. Here we go, Charlie. Hopefully you've got everything you need, because
Yeah.
this is going to be a fast 40-lap feature.
15 seconds a lap. This race could go by pretty quick if there's no yellows. So
Power braking through the corners as we get ready. King of the Wing sprints. We go green at Irwindale.
Owen Wilson takes the lead off of turn 2. So strong move on the outside for Aaron Wilson. And that looks like, wow, that was Santos. Santos with a power move going from 4th and 2nd in one turn. So he sees Wilson sprinting away. He's not going to hang around for very long. He wants that lead. So the man on the move is Santos in 2nd place. As we see the battle for 3rd between Giesler and I believe that might be Gerhardt. There's Hamilton on the apron making moves too. So a lot of guys not waiting very long to make moves. Hamilton started in 8th. He's already up in the 5th position. So this is and look, we got a battle brewing for the lead developing between Wilson and Giesler. Sorry, Santos and Wilson. Santos is caught up to Wilson and has already worked around lap traffic. So he makes the move on the inside. Let's see if it sticks. And he does clear him. So Santos, the new leader. But Wilson retaliates. Tries to retaliate the back straight. Can't get it done. They split a lapper. Woo!
It's insanity.
Yeah. Oh man, this traffic is really playing havoc with the leaders, but they're cutting through them with ease. But that allows Santos to stretch about a 3-4 car length lead as the caution comes out. There's a car stopped at turn 2.
That is Worf in the 91 machine.
Oh, it's a tough break for Brian Worf.
Parked along the inside. Lap number 5.
That was fast.
As Brian Worf, hopefully that's not a DNF here. He might just need to get pushed, but it does kind of look like he's close to the wall.
Yeah, he might have just pulled off. He might have had a problem. So, tough break for Brian Worf, but man, we've only done 5 laps and we've already lapped 3 or 4 cars. I mean, and now Hamilton's going to be right in the mix too. So
things happen really fast out here. Unbelievable.
looks like Wilson has moved ahead of Santos, so I don't know if that's just a revert. Maybe they reverted.
Yeah. So Santos made the move at the wrong time.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, little did he know the caution was coming out.
But yeah, if the first 5 laps are any indication, this is going to be a fantastic race. So Worf getting the push now, getting pushed off the track. Shouldn't be that much cleanup required.
No, well, we just heard from someone who did see it. Unfortunately, we didn't. We were watching that epic battle for the lead going on through lap traffic, but the 91 of Worf looked to have lost it. All under his own doing. Got a little sideways out of turn number 2, tried to hold on to it, and it kind of ran out of room down low on the apron. And he had to park it up in the grass. But he's back to going again. It doesn't look like he hit anything, or at least hit anything hard.
If that's the case, then that's good news for him, and he can resume with his race. So it looks like Wilson isn't the only one that benefited from that caution, because Hamilton's been moved back from 3rd to 4th, and Gerhardt is now back in 3rd. So one more extra car for Hamilton to have to go through, but You know, those are all fast drivers. It's going to be a good race. Another driver to keep your eye on who's moving up through the field is Eric Humphreys. He was your fast qualifier, but started the main in 10th. He's now up to 6th. So a lot of the guys that we kind of thought would be fast, but maybe had to start in the back, are pretty much at the front now. So as the pace lights are off, and we are going to go green next time by to resume this 40-lap feature main event. Pace truck or pace vehicle is off. And Wilson leads the field into 3 as he gets back on the gas, and the green flag is out. So the race is running back underway. Santos moving to the high side. We got a battle for 3rd between Gerhard and Hamilton. And it also looks like Humphreys is up to 5th already. So Hamilton up to 3rd. Clears Gerhard. And Santos still in 2nd. Working that middle groove on Wilson. Wilson ran the high line, or the low line rather, runs the low line again, and you have Hamilton running on the apron. So there's Santos with the crossover, going from high to low, and with the slide job makes it happen, but Wilson back on the inside of him. We'll see them go side by side going into 3, and he gets loose. Big moment for Wilson. Santos holds on to the lead.
And here comes Hamilton to capitalize on it.
Hamilton on the apron, so you got 3 cars running 3 different lines, all going for the lead. Now Wilson and Hamilton side by side. Hamilton throws a big slider and almost gets the lead, almost goes from 3rd to 1st, but slots into 2nd. And here comes Wilson back as he gets the door slammed on him, as Hamilton now working Santos and all the leaders working lap traffic. So there's Hamilton using the lapper as a pick and grabbing the lead. What a move. But Santos back on the inside. Forces Hamilton on the outside.
What a race right now.
Yeah, Hamilton wanted to do that crossover, but that lapper was there. And pretty much Santos used the lapper to block off Hamilton. So Santos back in the lead. Lappers everywhere. It's going to be crazy. Leaders trying to figure out where to go. Santos going to move down to the bottom lane, but Hamilton goes even lower, does not clear him, has to duck behind Santos. So lap traffic's going to be a key factor in this race. Hamilton pushes a little bit off the exit, loses a little bit of time, but right back down on the apron. And look, Santos behind the lapper. Hamilton's right on him again, so they're going to clear this lapper. They should have a little bit of clear track for maybe a lap before they hit another lapper. Santos still holds the lead with Hamilton in 2nd, and Wilson's in 3rd, but now Humphreys is up to 4th. So Humphreys is also making his way into this race. As we see side by side again, Hamilton trying to make the go on the inside, can't get it to stick. Santos gets to drive off the corner as they work around another lapper. Hamilton once again the slide job. Santos back around, so lead change after lead change in this main event. Unbelievable race.
Hamilton paid to race this track, but he's only using the apron.
Yeah, and yet another lead change, so they're just going back and forth, man. What a race, what a race. Already 16 laps down in this 40-lap main event, so these laps are clicking off as the leaders are going to work yet another lapper. Santos to the bottom on the line. Hamilton even lower on the apron, yet another move. Man, these guys, to quote the great Rob Klepper, are throwing more slide jobs than a truck stop White Castle. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, back and forth. This is unbelievable.
We've done a lead change every lap.
Yeah, maybe even 2 per lap. So, man, it just shows the beauty of this racetrack. You know, you can run anywhere. So Santos continues to lead. Hamilton once again throws another pass. Oh,
Almost
we got one car stopped. We got two cars stopped in the middle now. So that looks like the 3 of Robert Beck. But we are still under green in this race as Hamilton once again with another pass, and Santos again right back with the retaliation. So these guys just going at it. Wilson still in third, and now Humphreys is applying pressure to him. But if these two guys keep going at it, third and fourth might come back into play. So as we continue along, we are just past halfway, 21 laps down, 19 to go. And looks like Santos has a little bit of a lead, but now the battle might be for third. There's Humphreys throwing a slide job on Wilson. So the battle for third is raging on as well, with Humphreys now in the third spot. So Humphreys was your fast qualifier, did not have a strong heat, but now he's applying pressure to second place Hamilton. So we're going to see, maybe he was just sort of saving it for the main event. Maybe just kind of saving his tires, didn't want to burn him up in the heat race. Well, if that's the case, then it was a pretty smart move, I think.
I was going to say, it looks like Hamilton has pissed off his tires. They're burnt up.
Yeah,
he's got Humphreys right behind.
You know, running that low line's a lot more stress on your tires than running a higher line. So, you know, he might be. Oh, we got a spinner on the front straight. Spinner on the inside the front straight. We'll see if that brings out the yellow. I would imagine it will, but we're still green. And while we're still green, the battle for second still rages. Actually, it looks like Humphreys might have gotten Hamilton. So Humphreys did get around Hamilton. We're going to see, though, if they're going to revert back to the lap before. If not, that might put Hamilton back into second. So 24 laps down, 16 to go in this main event. I mean, this race is unbelievable.
It has been literally nonstop battles up front. At one point, like I said, I think I counted 5 laps, 5 or 6 lead changes.
Yeah. I mean, they were just going back and forth. I mean, that was probably more lead changes in those 24 laps than the entire Formula One season combined.
Wow.
So,
and that's the beauty of this racetrack.
Yeah.
Progressive banking, your Hamilton, you can throw it in there, because the harder you throw it in there, the more you can move up, the more banking you get.
Yep. But for Santos, it's like he sees the move coming and he could just counter it. So
now you did mention 2 cars going off the track. That'd be the number 3.
I think it's Robert Beck, I believe,
yeah.
3B, and then I can't see a number
that
on the
is
one.
5.
5
of Ken Hamilton.
Oh, okay. So the car that Davey would have been in.
Yes. So I guess Davey picked the right car this weekend.
Yeah. And it looks like they have moved Davey back up to second. So Humphreys will have to do a little bit more work, but he has a fast car. Now, I don't know if it's going to be fast enough to catch Santos, but obviously this caution is going to bring everybody back together for 16 more laps of this epic battle. So it looks like we've got the track all cleaned up, and we should be going green not too long from now. Still under yellow, so at least 2 more laps under yellow.
Man, I'm kind of glad that yellow came out, because I don't know about the drivers, but I needed a breath. Wow.
I mean, there were just lead change after lead change, and there was multiple battles. I mean,
it's crazy, because like when we're filming races, no matter if it's street stock, mini stock, sprint cars, whatever, figure eights, you got to watch the action. You got to watch what's happening in the best battle, and you know
There
what?
was too many battles here.
There was too many battles, and the best one was for the lead.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
But I almost feel like it's like we need more cameras in a double box or a triple box.
Yeah.
So
I think that's the next thing we need to do.
So lights are off. We're going to be going green and next time by, and we're gonna see if maybe Hamilton was able to cool his tires off. You know, we're going to see if Humphreys has the pace of Santos. So they're going to be in lap traffic before too long. So, but they're going to have clear track until then. So this is going to be pretty much a test to see who really has the pace.
Here we go, back to green. Restart lap number 24.
Humphreys already Humphreys already passed Hamilton. That was a really quick move. Hamilton tries to answer, but gets the door closed. Now Wilson has a chance to pass him, and we're going to see if Humphreys has the pace to run down Santos. Looks like the first four sprinted away. We got a battle for the 6th spot between the 4 and the 8. We move back to the lead between Santos and Humphreys.
Humphreys is on a mission right now.
He is. I think he is closing in, but I don't know if we're going to see as many lead changes as we had Hamilton. I think he's trying to figure out where he wants to go to make this move. It's a little bit lower than Santos at that corner. So Santos is kind of using the middle groove. Humphreys, he's probably going to have to go low if he's going to make this move happen.
And how about that? He's going low.
Yeah, he's taking a look. Now he's side by side going into 3. Now they're going to start to hit lappers. And that might, yellow flag. We got 2 cars in the wall. Is that Wilson? That might be the 14 of Wilson.
Hamilton.
Oh, so it is Wilson and Hamilton. And Hamilton looks hurt.
He's limping along.
So that is, they definitely had a coming together for the 3rd place position. So tough break for Hamilton and Wilson. Hopefully he's okay, but he looks like he's
out. Wilson's walking away from his battered number 14, but it is Hamilton is laying down on the track.
He's definitely hurt his leg or something. At least he's moving, but it's never nice to see. So, we got a fire too as well. Small fire, but the safety crew puts that out pretty quickly. They're on the scene. So now the attention turns back to Hamilton and his well-being. He did get out of the car, but hopefully he's all right. You know, these cars are hauling the mail around here, so anytime you see a couple of cars hit the wall, it's never a good sign.
Yeah, that was a major crash, and we were watching again the battle up front.
Yeah.
As it was directly behind. And good to see the fire out really quickly, but hopefully that Hamilton, there is still a fire. Yeah, you can see it there. But hopefully Hamilton.
That might have been the reason why Hamilton was so quick to get out of the car, even though he was hurt. He just wanted to get out of the fire. So
get out of the. Luckily, it was going away from him, but still, you saw him limping along, struggling to get away as far away from that number 8 machine as fast as he could, with some sort of a leg injury. As we go red on lap number 27, 13 to go. That thing is still on fire there.
Okay, the sweep truck is gone. And when the sweep truck's done, you know that every little granule that can be picked up by him has been. So now we'll wait and see what the racetrack officials say.
Well, obviously the safety safari down there walking where the accident occurred, trying to pick up any potential dangerous situations.
Spare parts.
Yeah, not quite as bad as a night of destruction, but it does spread some parts around. And it looks like from the damage on Davey Jr.'s car there that there could be some situations that could occur.
Speaking of night of destruction.
Oh, we got one coming
We
up.
have one left on our schedule. Saturday, December the 2nd. Oh, my goodness. You're going to have a great time. If you live here locally, get your tickets now online. You'll save $5. We've got it all. I mean, everything that you would expect on a night of destruction, including a trailer race. Those are fun.
Those are fun.
They are. And you know what we've done? We go out in the grandstands and pick 5 customers to be the judges to decide who actually won.
Well, that's what it's all about, participation. But one of the first ones of them I ever did as an announcer was at, Irwindale is famed here in California for being a long time tough running speedway. Well, the South Bend Motor Speedway in South Bend, Indiana is the same way. Although you guys are half 5/8, that's a quarter-mile track back there. But I did some announcing for them here a couple years ago, and they had a trailer race. One of the trailers that come out had a toilet on board, strapped onto the trailer.
Yeah.
Flatbed, like a snowmobile trailer.
So you find that a unique?
Yeah, I found it unique because when it exploded,
Yeah.
you should have seen it.
It was still loaded?
Oh, buddy.
Oh, my.
No, it wasn't loaded, but it definitely let go.
We have boats. We have boats that you'd want to take into the water. Boom, we blow them up.
Oh, yeah, it's quite
You got to see a
hilarious.
trailer race. You just got to see one before you die.
All right, getting them all fired off again. 360s and 410s, getting some heat back into the motors. And, of course, the official tire of the Royal Purple King of the Wings Tour, the Hoosier Tire Corporation out of Lakeville, Indiana.
All right, cars rolling again here.
Yep, just getting the last few started up. I think we got about 4 more that we got to push off. And then everybody should be rolling. Look at that. Look at that burnout.
Oh, man, I'm missing right now. Hang on. Look at this burnout right here. Cop car smoking them down.
Is it already night of destruction, Tommy?
It's good enough for me.
we're a couple weeks early.
That's epic. I mean, he is smoking them down right now. Crowd giving a good old look.
Can we let him do the last car?
Yeah. That is epic here. The Irwindale Speedway Police, I should say. He's still smoking them.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's coming out of the tires or the exhaust at this point. Oh, he's showing cords too right now. He might not have a tire left. I think he just blew that tire out.
So Night of Destruction came 2 weeks early, apparently, today.
It's still got air in it, but it's showing cords, I imagine.
I'm sure the sprint car drivers that are passing by right now are trying to figure out why there's so much smoke in turn 1.
Probably so confused right now. Well, you've seen it all here tonight, folks.
What a night it's been. It's been quite a marathon night. First a qualifying and the transponder issues, and then, this red flag that probably is going to be longer than the actual race itself. So, but now we're up and running, and just got to get everybody in the right order. And,
yeah, I think it's showing cords right now.
Yeah.
Not a piece of tread on it.
He's probably hoping there isn't another red flag, or else I don't think he can push anybody out the rest of the day. So.
But he's making a good show out of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good show for the fans. Thanks for everybody for hanging in there with us.
Heck yeah. Bill's got an awesome picture here. So hopefully we get to see it on Facebook. Whoever's driving that cop car ought to be proud.
Oh, that's fantastic.
As it's getting sent to detention now. Parked for the night. All the cars except for 2 just waiting to get pushed off here.
So to reset your order, it's 22 is Santos, followed by Humphreys. Third place should be the 12, Cameron Neisinger. Man, you can smell it now.
Oh, you can smell the cop car rubber right there.
This seems like a Formula Drift night.
It smells like one, that's for sure. So the story of the race has been lead changes aplenty.
Yes, and for Santos, the guy that he was exchanging the lead with for much of the night is now out of the race. But the guy that's in second is the fast qualifier. So
and he stepped up and tried to make the battle for the lead just as easily.
Yeah,
I mean, he was right there putting the mustard on the doggy.
It's not like it's getting any easier for Santos. So he's going to have to fend off the challenge of Humphreys if he's going to take this win. Like I said, the timing of scoring hasn't reset yet, but I'm pretty sure based on what it says right now, if you take out Hamilton Jr. and Aaron Wilson, it should be
move everybody up.
Yeah, it should be Cameron Neisinger in the 12N. That's in third, I believe. But we will wait for timing and scoring to confirm that. Oh, let's see.
It's still not updated,
okay.
but when we go green, it'll reset.
So in theory, third place is Cameron Neisinger, followed by Randy Dubois, Cody Gearhart, Ron Larson, Jeff Ensign.
Ensign, there you go.
Ensign.
Sorry, folks, we're not regulars for this series.
TJ Thorne should be in the 8th spot, and Tristan Spires and Aiden Spires. So Tristan Aiden getting in the top 10. So as we continue under yellow, these cars were sitting for quite a while, so
maybe we'll have to try to get connected with the series and cover more events.
that would be fantastic.
That'd be fun.
I would love watching these cars.
Definitely,
on any track, so.
definitely exciting to watch on these big tracks.
Yeah.
And I have witnessed them racing at Madera Speedway, a 3rd mile high banked oval, and they're just as exciting on those little tracks too. So hey, maybe
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I should try to ask at least. Hey, it's better to ask, right?
Yeah. You can try. So as we get set to go back to green, the pace vehicle is off. The leaders are on turn 3 and 4, and it looks like they are on the gas as the green flag is out. So Santos jumps back out to the lead, but already Humphreys looking at the bottom, gets back in line, and so it looks like Humphreys wants to run a lower line than Santos. These two start to pull away from 3rd place, Cameron Neisinger, and takes another look. Cannot quite have it stick, so we're going to see when lap traffic comes into play. Oh, but he gets a good run off of turn 2, and they're side by side going into 3. Humphreys, can he clear him? It looks like he will, and Humphreys is your new leader with 10 laps to go. So Santos tries to fight back, gets the door slam, and he's going to lose quite a bit of time as they hit the back straight. So Humphreys is going to try to set sail. We're going to see if Santos has anything left for him. Oh, and we got a problem with the 65. TJ Thorne looks like a right rear flat, so tough break for the Salt Lake City native as he's down on the apron. We're going to see if he can get off the track, but this is going to bring out a yellow. Humphreys is hoping that the yellow does not come out. Looks like TJ gets to the inside, but tough break. Flat tire with now 8 laps to go. So as your leader now starts to work lap traffic, he's in turn 3. Rounding turn 4, have to click off another lap. Going into 1, he's in heavy traffic as we had 7 laps to go. So we're going to see if Humphreys can close the deal on this race. Gets the door slammed on him.
He's getting stuck, yeah.
But he makes the move on the bottom. So it's going to be hard to work through these lappers. They're all still fighting for position too. So we now hit 34 laps down, 6 to go. And we're going to see if Santos can take advantage of this lap traffic, but he's got to fight around these lappers too, as we see Humphreys side by side with the 88. And
Santos is closing the gap, but lap traffic, he's got to fight through too.
Humphreys works the bottom. Santos goes to the inside, the 88, and got two more lappers, and then a little bit of free track. We're going to see if Humphreys can take advantage of that. Looks like Santos is going to get around as well, so he's going to have free track, and he will have prime opportunity to try to run down Humphreys, but laps are winding down. 37 laps in the book, only 3 laps to go, so he's going to have to make some moves pretty quickly if he's going to have any chance at this thing. He's now working the high side, try to get some momentum, but I don't know if he has the pace. 2 laps to go. White flag should be out next time by. They got 1 more lap to work as Humphreys goes to the bottom, Santos to the top. The white flag is out. 1 more half mile, 15 more seconds for Humphreys. We'll see if he can close the deal. It looks like it. It looks like Santos did not get a good jump out of that corner. Humphreys extends his lead, and I think Humphreys has it as we get to the checkered flag. And it is Humphreys, Eric Humphreys taking the win. So qualifies first, starts 10th, grabs the win in the main event. What a drive.
He was absolutely on it at the right places at the right time. Humphreys coming to the checkered flag and wins tonight, King of the Wing. Undeniably the fastest car here tonight.
Yeah, Santos and Hamilton were quick early, but Humphreys was quick for the long haul, and obviously it was the right choice. So
he's done it. He made himself a sweep here, qualifying and the main. The fastest guy in Irwindale wins it tonight.
Quite possibly the last King of the Wing winner ever at Irwindale.
Yep, very true. That was incredible racing.
Yeah.
I mean, nonstop from the start of this race, lead changes, incredible with Santos and Hamilton, and then it continued with Humphreys and Santos, and there you see him outside of his car, the 15 of Humphreys is your champion here at Irwindale Speedway.
Santos walks by to give him a handshake, say good race. I mean, you know, Santos had a great run too, just didn't have quite enough to hold off Humphreys at the end.
All right, we'll send it downstairs for the post-race interviews.
Santos ran his fastest lap on lap 7, 119.77 miles per hour. Cameron Neisinger ran his fastest lap on lap 29, 116.701.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's quiet. Let's give all these guys a big round of applause. What a race.
Pits are going to open in just a few moments, as soon as all the engines are dead. Yeah, we're on our way to interviewing the top 3. Jason Galvin is on site. Jason Galvin, do you get to go see these guys tomorrow in Kern also?
I do, Bruce Flanders, and I'm looking forward to it quite a bit. Although tomorrow I get to just kick back in the stands like everybody else and enjoy it. Eric Humphreys has his trophies, taking his pictures. Getting hugs from his crew guys. Eric, come on over here. You can keep hanging out with her if you want, but here come the kids, and Eric Humphreys picks up the win in the Royal Purple King of the Wing here at Irwindale. Eric, congratulations. You sat on pole. You seemed like you had the fastest car all day, and you had to work your way kind of through traffic there at the start. Really seemed like you were just pacing yourself there before that red flag, and then you capitalized and went back green.
Yeah, we had a good car all day. Last night we had we're trying to get the balance of the car right and kept working at it. And today we tried a couple things different and got the balance right. And we set fast time, and that blew me out of the water how fast we went. I didn't think we were going to go that fast. But then when I pulled the 10 invert, I was like, oh man, I got my work cut out here. you get the, Johnny and a few guys get it running out, and you got to run them down. So the car just came to me. I kept feeling that tire, abusing that right rear tire. They don't last here that long, so I wanted to make sure I kept my tires underneath me and just pace myself, like you said. So I got to thank all the Harvest Supply guys, my brother, Josh, my dad, Kelly, Mark, all the friends and family, my wife, my nieces, my kid, everybody that makes this possible for us to go racing, and I can't do it without them.
Congratulations, a great run.
Thank you. Thank you.
Try to get him tomorrow. Eric Humphreys picks up the win. Come over here to the 22 car. Bobby Santos staring at the back of this car here, trying to figure out where that little bit was left out there.
Yeah, we just missed it just a little bit, but congratulations to those guys. They did an awesome job. Just thank everyone for letting us race here. I love this place. Got a lot of good memories here. I hope these aren't the last ones.
You do have a lot of good memories here. Take me through that battle with Junior before the red flag. You guys were swapping the lead in every corner for like 10 laps.
Yeah, Davey was doing an awesome job. It was to me, it's a testament to this racetrack. I mean, it's best short track in the country, and I've always said that since the first day I came here. Just disappointed that we couldn't get the win, but thank these guys. They worked their butts off today. We'll try again tomorrow.
All righty, Bobby Santos comes home in second. Walking over to third, Cameron Neisinger's getting hugs. A great night for you. You kept your nose clean. A little bit of an incident there in front of you towards the end, but you were able to come back after that red flag and pick up a third-place finish. What a run for you.
Yeah, I'm a little in shock right now. We traveled all this way with anticipations of, making the main and, these kind of bare minimum standards. But, as the night went on last night and as the day went on today, the car got faster and faster and faster, and we kind of felt more and more confident with it. We started out the main. The car was pretty tight. As the race went on, we lost fuel. It got loose. You can see I was smoking the right rear. But I can't say in words how happy I am to be on the front stretch with this group of guys. Class act. They race clean. They race hard. It's the best of the best. I don't know what else to say, man.
It's a couple pretty good race car drivers in front of you, by the way. To know that's all that beat you tonight, it's got to feel pretty good.
Without a doubt. Bobby Santos, Eric Humphreys, great drivers, real fast. Way to go.
Congratulations. Good luck tomorrow night.
I actually won't be there.
Oh, well, even better. Congratulations then on ending your season like this, huh?
Yeah, thank you.
All righty. Bruce?
All right, well, that's a wrap here at Irwindale Speedway. It's kind of interesting. Neisinger, I mean, he seemed surprised post-race. He seemed like he, expected to finish somewhere in the top 15 and ended up third.
Well, he had a fantastic race. I mean, it was a quiet race. I mean, he was already in the top 5 even before the Hamilton and Wilson incident. So it's not like he lucked into a podium. He was fast. So sometimes, you just run your race and you end up doing way better than you thought you did.
It's been an incredible night here for sprint car racing at Irwindale Speedway, the track that, was almost built for this kind of racing.
Yes.
And as you heard from Santos say, it's, the racing that you saw tonight is a testament to what this track can provide. And it's a bummer that this could be the very last sprint car race we'll ever see here. All of our viewers, all the ones in the stands, and all of us here on Low Budget TV. But then again, you never know. There's miracles that can happen. I am, as well as all these drivers and all of us, we're hoping that they're the chance. But obviously, as you've all read in the news, this place is scheduled to go bye-bye in January. But
maybe they'll come to their senses.
I was going to say, I was going to say, if that's the last sprint car race we'll ever see, that was the best sprint car race I've ever seen on pavement.
Went out with a bang, if that's the case. So, if you're going to go out in style.
Mm-hmm.
And
the King of the Wing provided it.
Yeah, and that's, It's kind of typical of, it's a very underrated series. I mean, you don't really hear people talk about it, which is surprising.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because they haven't seen it.
Well,
So-
hopefully there's a lot of people who tuned in tonight to check it out for their first time, or hopefully all of you are, it seems like a lot of you had some dogs in the race.
Yeah. I mean, if you've never seen King of the Wing before and this is your first time, you got to be hooked, I would
Yeah,
imagine.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, that's it here. Humphreys, fast time qualifier, main event winner. Santos, we knew he'd be strong.
Yeah.
Coming home a little bit shy in second. And then, we
it's a
got.
great run for Cameron. So,
Yeah. Well, that's it here from Low Budget TV. We appreciate all of you tuning in and enjoying the night with us from wherever you're watching from. And one thing we always like to say here on Low Budget TV to cap off the night, we will see you at the races. Good night, everybody.
yeah.